we're supposed to be focused, but I tend to tell stories. So anybody who knows me from being here, stories is how I get the information out. So we have a really great group over here, very diverse. When you talked about messy and complicated, engagement is just that, right? Because sometimes engagement means co-creation. Sometimes it means just an exchange, a transaction. And so we were all over the place with what we wanted out of the group, which is a good thing. And so our first step we knew we needed was to make sure that we were doing some internal networking with each other. And if we didn't do anything else, I believe, now I didn't share this with the group, this is my own vision, that's what happens when I get the mic. We have two organizations, possibly three, that work with students here at the university that could populate organizations that like 4-H who need student leaders. So if we did nothing else, if we just worked with Grace and Laurel and Shireen, we could already improve on what we're doing right now. So that's just number one. But we have to get comfortable with each other. Because we've had 3 meetings and people here for some and not here for others, that relationship is not comfortable yet. So we don't know what we're saying to each other sometimes. So we need a little common language, and that's okay because that's how things go. Right? You guys are familiar with that? All right. The second thing we need to do is we agreed upon was that we needed to do some more information gathering, and one is to define the name. So we were trying to make sure that the name of Youth in Education was broad enough to attract a lot of people, but not having people exclude themselves. So we talked about the achievement gap, and then we wanted to make that a little more positive. And then folks were saying that folks didn't want to be a part of, and we want to make sure everybody is here. And so I needed to understand what that meant exactly. Because sometimes when we say everybody, it's as if we work with one group, that means that others will not benefit. And I think usually everybody benefits. If you just work on something for me, it's going to benefit a lot of folks. And what they clarified was that sometimes, and the program I think of, I was at the Y for a long time, Youth in Government is a program for all kids, but they might think that they're not a part of the achievement gap work. So we want to make sure that they understand that they are invited to the table. And then the last, so with the information gathering, after we decide on a good name, we would consider hiring a graduate student, because that's what we do at URock a lot of times, is we hire a wonderful grad student, and they put together really great databases for us, and sometimes websites. But whatever we agree upon, the graduate student, that's where some of the money would go. And then we would also, we agreed upon doing some forums to make sure that we have a communication hub. So newsletters were thrown out, blogs were thrown out. You can also probably understand that some of this is, and I hate to say it, but I'm going to put it out here, some of this is based on age and comfort. So I don't do blogs. But Shireen's a little bit younger than I am, so she knows she's comfortable with that. So, and that's why we need the diversity at the table, because there are different people that we're trying to reach. So we need all of that at the table. And then our next steps, Julie Schweitzer will organize our next meeting. I have offered up URock, but they may not want to use URock, even though it has free space in this most beautiful building that the University of Minnesota has on their North Campus. Thank you so much.